Movie review. G20, you raised for teenagers. How are you still standing? Jin. The story written by Noah Miller and Logan Miller, screenplay by Caitlin Parrish and several others. This film, titled G20, now streaming on Prime Video, was directed by Patricia Riggin, produced by Viola Davis, also starring as Madam President, alongside a brilliant lineup of other producers, and executively produced by David Flegel, amongst others. Synopsis. A decorated war veteran and now President of the United States, Danielle Sutton, Madam President, portrayed by Viola Davis, is not only having to deal with the tantrums and rebelliousness of a teenage daughter, Serena Sutton, played by Mars Martin, but is equally up against a notorious mercenary hijacking a G20 World Leaders Summit in South Africa. For the love of family and country, what can she do to salvage the situation? Can she save herself, her household, her colleagues, and ultimately, the world? My take. Such an exhilarating performance there by everyone involved in this project, serving viewers like myself pretty much a bang 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 back-to-back action. My best act in this film has got to be Mars Martin. While I feel it was deliberate on the part of the producers here to make her character shine bright by giving her enough screen time, my girl equally understood the assignment, rose up to the occasion, ate and left no crumbs. Multiple award winner Viola Davis didn't come to play either. It's the red cape dress with the trainers for me. Such a born-ready Captain America attitude. Love seeing Anthony Anderson as Derek Sutton. A phenomenal guy from way back Big Mama's House in 2000 with the legendary Martin Lawrence and others. Can't believe how much has trimmed down over the years. He gave an inspirational feel to this movie as a loving, gentle, and ever-supportive husband to a woman who carries the responsibilities and heavily laden weight of world decision-making on her shoulders. Yeah. His loyalty and admiration towards her remain unwavering. Many men should watch this and learn. Some would, however, rather remain beclouded by their ego and outright lack of respect for women and roll their eyes at this. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Now to the movie in detail. As mentioned previously, this was fast-paced. Hardly a dull moment, as the duration was judiciously utilized. Although there are many movies around this theme or premise of hijacking, with a president saving the day. This, however, stood out in that it had a strong black female lead as the President of the United States. The element of family bonding and teenage kids in the plot readily brings to mind Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx' recent Back in Action on Netflix. Great story, cool plot, amazing direction, and an incredible delivery. Message passed crystal clear, especially that you never truly appreciate what you have until you probably lose them or at the verge of losing them. Nevertheless, as with everything under the surface of the earth, this movie is not without its flaws and shortcomings. These I'll raise in the form of my observations and questions. 1. The costuming and makeup here were not very appealing in my candid opinion. This is particularly in reference to Viola Davis' wardrobe appearance in some scenes. It felt like sometimes the makeup was too much on her or something was missing. Not fair on my woman king too. The movie started in such a manner that had me rewinding and rewinding just to keep track. Maybe I was distracted, but it felt like that start was a lot to unpack all at once. I could barely keep up. 3. Some of the fights were illogical, far from believable, and sometimes downright. What was all that interrogation in the kitchen when Madam President tried to rescue the hostages? Many action films do this, and I find myself screaming at my screen like, can you just shoot already? 4. Wait a minute. Derek deals a couple of punches on a guy's face at the hotel room, and you mean to tell me that was sufficient to unalive the guy? The guy didn't even fight back. Oh please. 5. How did that lady still have those heels on amidst all those chaos? When she eventually took them off, see me screaming, yeah, about time. 6. What happened to Agent Manny? Did he survive? Did he honestly want to know. Be that as it may, this was entertaining to watch. The twists, though not very strong, were good. A bit mind-blowing, but lacked the wow factor, as the end felt somewhat rushed. Love the touch of wackadness here too. I appreciate how this film incorporated the ills of deepfakes and how it's affecting the world, though this wasn't really explored as much. Regardless, the tension, the casting, character development, cinematography, CGI, the suspense, the intrigue, the show of patriotism all worked well like ingredients for a good meal. Great showmanship there by Agent Manny. That's my boy. Glad to see Rutledge get a taste of his own medicine. Though predictable in a certain kind of way, this was well executed. Kudos to the cast and crew. Comes recommended at the rating above. Have you seen this? What did you think? I would rate it a 5 over 10. The CGIs were not it, especially the part where the beast flipped a couple of times. And the helicopter scene screamed too much of green screen. The makeup on Viola was a no. Just finished watching and was on the edge of my seat. 8 over 10. I'm standing up clapping and yelling in front of my TV like an idiot. It was so good. It was a good watch. My favorite part was when Mars Martin went, "I've been sneaking out, and he knows about it." Then the stare on her son, and he went, "Hey, don't look at me. I'm the good one. I've loved her." From Blackish series, and the fact that she produced a movie at 16 is mind-blowing by Kanu. I wanted more things to happen to that white woman. Like push her off something and let her die, please. Shadrach Abu. Oh, yeah, Demetrius got me real good. That scene had me smiling. Also when Serena climbed up the satellite dish, and he went, "Are we related?" Shadrach Abu. That part you wrote, "Don't look at me, I am a good woman," remind me of Cameron Diaz in Back in Action. She did the same thing to her kids. Even Mark Wahlberg did the same in the Netflix movie The Family. That part make me wonder if it's natural as spy agents, and this will hide their secret identity and their past life from their kids, and until the kids grow up they found out later, and booms and North terrorists start attacking the family.